How the hell are you fucking nipple? Galactic Criminal here. So recently, when I became aware of this, the name itself kinda sounded familiar, so I'm pretty sure that at least one or two people in the comments had suggested it in the past. But I was watching the Dude Soup weekly podcast from the guys at Fun House. If you haven't watched Fun House, you're missing out. Now, at the end of their podcast, they do a segment called Hard Nettin'. Who is netting hard? Or anyway, they brought up this guy, Author and Punisher. Just the fucking description of him alone is enough to fucking sell me on this shit. Author and Punisher is a one-man industrial doom metal band from San Diego, made up of mechanical engineer and artist Tristan Schoen. One-man band, you say? And let's just say the second they gave that description, I turned off the damn podcast because I gotta check this shit out for a video. So let's go for it, Author and Punisher, Nihil Strength. With 1, 2.
Dwells thus, as if unable to move again, for no will left to move again, not enough will left to move again.
What did I just... That was fucking rad. I mean, it's a little light on the lyrics, but Who cares? Now I go into press and play almost every time not really knowing exactly what to expect. You know, sometimes the genre can kind of give me an idea and how to brace myself for what I'm about to listen to. And this one, I wasn't really sure. I didn't know exactly what I was in store for here. It's an industrial doom metal. I didn't know what direction that was going to take. Now it seems to have taken the more like digital, I guess. But he's an engineer as well, so it's like the moving parts somehow help create the sound as well. Now, I haven't gone and checked out any videos yet to find out how he does this shit, how that shit all works. I hope something like that exists, because I would really very much like to know. Now, they gave a pretty good idea, for the most part, as to how some of the controls were working in the video as they kind of panned around him and shit. The fucking, like, the bass and the hi-hat kind of working through, like, so it looks like a series of buttons on the handle as he brings it back and forth as to what kind of sound it makes when he hits, and maybe, like, the level or the intensity of the hit is the intensity, literally, of the sound that it creates. You know, like, the heavier it hits the bass, and fucking the heavier the bass is, you know, as it would be kind of normally. But, man, just for a one-man band, this is something else, man. I've seen fucking one-man bands. I've seen one that was pretty fucking incredible. Fucking, what's it gotta be, 20 goddamn years ago now, I went to see Finger 11, and one of their openers was a one-man band. I'm not gonna fucking remember the name of him or whatever, but fucking, the guy got down to play the scissors even, with the fucking step pedals and the blah blah blah. The guy had to go on for like over an hour and a half because the second opener, I think they were the band Shinedown. That's what's coming to mind. I think that was them, and they weren't there yet. So he had to play for an hour and a half. Brutal. Now I can already hear some of the like hardcore metal fans out there just crying out, is like, metal is not for Skrillex. This is just dubstep with a scream on it. And I guess you could kind of take it into that context as well. But then again, he's not just fucking sampling shit, okay? He's not just sampling shit and just playing it in the order that he chose to. He's creating all these sounds mechanically, you know? So it's not, you know, a bunch of guys with a bunch of different instruments, guitar and bass and drums and shit like that. He's fucking worked it all so that he can do it all by himself. So I think that takes it to an entirely different level than just fucking mixing on a computer and shit and playing it for a whole bunch of fucking people. Just honestly, for me, dude, the way that he was able to recreate the sound of an entire fucking band and have that sound be very, very heavy and very, very full, and also having just a sick fucking vocal on there. I guess there was like some distortion or whatnot. Maybe there wasn't. His microphone was kind of weird if that wasn't for distortion purposes, but I'm assuming it kind of had to be because that's the kind of sound that I was getting from that. But it sounded so beastly, dude. Even though the only fucking lyrics in this were the name of the song, it gave it that heavy weighty style. I absolutely appreciate that. I'm actually kind of speechless. I was kind of going into this not expecting too much, seriously, because like I said, I checked this out on the Dude Soup podcast, and they kind of tend to choose pretty silly things when they do the hard netting deal. They choose things that are kind of, you know, out of the ordinary and very, very strange, and this one was fucking the most realistic fucking kind of thing that I've seen them come up with on that segment anyway. And so now for me, I believe the doom metal was kind of apparent in this. If you weren't feeling the doom metal in this, then I don't know what to fucking tell you. But then the industrial, if you weren't feeling industrial in this, dude, this guy fucking created machines to make metal. That is industrial metal as fuck. Yeah, I don't know, again, wouldn't know what else to fucking tell you if you weren't feeling that shit. I'm just seriously fucking blown away with how good I thought this ended up fucking being, and just how entertaining a show would be for just like the one guy to captivate an entire audience would just be so incredibly interesting to me, because like hundreds of thousands of people go to see DJs all the time. That's their thing. I don't get it. Fucking whatever, man. But I could get it with this. Especially if they had some sort of like visualizations going on in the background too. Some lights and shit like that with just this fucking guy. Yeah, I would be jamming the fuck And that, I wouldn't even be moshing. Dude, this kind of seems like something that I would just be amazed at. Want to be as close as possible to the stage just so I can watch him fucking do this shit. Like watching it in the video was cool enough too. Like, watching his hands move to the beat of the thing because they have to. It gave it that much more of a fucking an impact rather than some fucking DJ going, yeah, yeah, boo, yeah, yeah, next button, yeah. I'm sure it's more complicated than that, maybe. Just the mechanical nature of it, the fucking vocals that he's got on it, the heavy doom metal style to it. Just such a fucking interesting fucking thing to pull off, dude. Something I've absolutely never even thought of before, let alone have seen. Anyway, I thought this was awesome as fuck. What did you think about it? Are y'all butthurt because he's not playing a fucking 7-string guitar? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, there'll be a link in the description for this video, so you can go ahead and watch it for yourself. Full screen, full audio, and get the full experience. And as always, have yourself a fantastic evening.